Hey everybody, it's Mike with Monkey Fab, and it's been a while. I know it's been a while because there's spider webs on my microphone, but that's okay. Most of the stuff I post is kind of out there in date anyway. I'm doing my axle shortening videos now, which happened back in like August, and it's now November. So yeah, but those are fun. Those are really turning out well, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying those as much as I've enjoyed putting them together. Car's been working really good, and I know by editing my videos I need to look at the microphone, look at the camera, and speak into the microphone. So yeah, the Phoenix has been driving really good. The only problem I really have with it is the brakes are crap, and that's not really how it was supposed to be. They're supposed to be excellent, and they are pretty good, but you really have to mat it to get the brakes to work. What we did is we went and got Hawk. Let's see. Oh, got some Hawk pads. They're sponsoring. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't sponsor shit. Yeah. So the street, they make so many different pads. I tried calling them. I couldn't get a hold of anybody, which is annoying. But they make a huge variety of pads. They got like a little blurb next to each one, and I would have liked to have talked to a human being, but in lieu of a human being, I picked the Street 5.0 pads because they said they had like a good initial bite. And that's where this thing's really missing, is that initial bite. It feels like once they get a little heat in them, they seem to do better, but the initial, it's called the cold braking, is awful. So hoping these guys will solve the problem, and we'll get these swapped out and see how it does. Okay, so just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, and I'm not sure how well this camera's going to pick this up or not, but maybe you're a brake expert and you can just take a look and be like, oh yeah, here's your problem, dog. They just look kind of glazy, right? Like they don't look this, I forgot to put it neutral, but yeah, it's like this. It's just I'm not really seeing where the pad's cutting in. It looks like it's just kind of floating over it, and the front's much like the same. So let's go up there. I'll show you my big beefy. I mean, these things should be ripping your face off, man. Look at those. They're so good. But yeah, it's just not really doing it. Big beefy meaty ass Hawk pads. Get your grippy grips on. We'll throw them on, see what it does. You guys want to see Bob's Tasma Hooch? Bob's Winter Palace? I know you do. Of course you do, right? Woo, there's my, see this, look at this big grizzly bear looking thing. My neighbor's dog. His name is Cash, after Johnny Cash. You got Bill and Blue. Blue likes to growl. Woo! It's her Ric Flair. Woo! Woo! Of course, you got Bob. This is Bob's Tasma Hooch. So I drilled him power outlet, so he has power out here, and made these little flappy doors so he can go in and out. And we got this little, we are all, what do you call it, insulated in here. We got the little space heater. Bob's, he's digging it. It's kind of his thing. You like it, Bob? That's why your face is all covered in hay. You just sit in your Tasma Hooch and eat hay and be warm. Ooh, those are really loose. I don't think they're supposed to be that loose. And let's just rock these guys a little bit, and maybe that'll give us enough pushing in the old pistons that you don't need to redo the whole damn thing. Okay, that was fairly easy. Time to take it out, see how the brakes do. It's funny, every time you do this, you got to kind of like figure it out again. But you know, I'm not the brightest. But we got it done. All the bolts under the chassis look great. Everything's good. So let's go it out and we'll do some cycling. I would stick you in there and do all this, such a pain in the ass. So you just got to take my word for it. Took it out, and at first it was like, oh god, we just spent a lot. Those brakes pads are expensive. They were like $100, basically $100 each, you know. So it was like more, I think, for the front because they're obviously bigger. Thanks, Bob. And the back were like less, but it equaled out to I think about like $200. So yeah, it didn't. It was like it felt the exact same when I started going. So I started going through the, you know, breaking your brake cycle, and you know, going up speed, slowing her down, going up speed, slowing her down, you know, emergency stop, all that good stuff. And they bed it in, and the good news is it's like 100% better than the old pads. Like, it works. The good thing is like that emergency, like hit the brakes, it's good grip, and you can just modulate the pedal to get the brakes to lock up when you want to. You know how much force it's going to take. And then those old pads wouldn't even hold the car for burnout. You know, you'd foot brake it and do the old you know, burnout deal, and it just pushed the car, and I just did like a massive smoky burnout. So works great. It held the car no problem, and pretty happy with that. So that's where we're going to end this video. Sorry, it was kind of boring, I know, but it's also part of the project of the car, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So I do this project, and if you see something I do and you think like, hey, I want to replicate that, I don't want you running into problems that I had and not, you know, understanding the full what it took to get to where we're at, and things that went good and things that went bad, etc. So hey, until next time, this is Mike Monkey Fab. Be sure to check out the website. It is monkeyfabgarage.com. That's monkeyfabgarage.com. Lots of cool turbo fabric. I just added silicone couplers, so we got some cool silicone couplers, and I'll have the bolts for those in like this week. And yeah, added Maven turbo mounts. So if you don't like using my on the flange mounts, you want to use like some fancy hang the center cartridge of the turbo, we have those in stock and they're ready to ship. Yeah, so anyway, lots of turbo stuff. Go check it out, monkeyfabgarage.com. Till next time, this is Mike Monkey Fab. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.